Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and you guys know that I'm an Overwatch channel that's just kind of dedicated to helping you guys out, whether that's with an actual tip video or maybe a funny moments video where I just distract you from the real world, or maybe you had a bad day and it puts a smile on your face. That might sound corny, but it's actually true. Now, today's video is going to be somewhat different because it's supposed to help you, but originally I wasn't going to make this video because I thought, well, who would it actually help? But then I actually got the footage, which is going to be specific for this video, and you'll see later why, and I thought, okay, I'm sure other people do this, and I'm sure if I make this video, it can help you even more than what you think it could do, because, well, we all know that communication is key in Overwatch, right? I always say in my videos, oh, going into Gamechat can give you a better advantage than if you weren't in Gamechat, and just communicating with your team is so much better than if you were just solo queuing by yourself in a party. So that type of thing is very true. Now, everyone will say that, but a lot of people forget to mention the proper communication etiquette that you kind of have to perform while you are in Gamechat, and that's what this video is supposed to embody, because I was in a game recently, a competitive game, need I remind you, and I was in Gamechat, obviously, along with 3 other players. Now, there was this one player, and again, I'm not trying to point fingers or say that this guy's really annoying or nothing like that. I'm really not trying to do that. I'm trying to make this as an example for possibly if this person who sees this video, he can learn from it, but along with that, to all the other people that also do this type of thing, and that is polluting the Gamechat. Now, I will play the clips because, okay, let me just show you what this player does, and you'll see why I needed to make this video.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
Get
that's
over here,
point.
you
Yeah,
nerds!
Sorry.
Yeah!
I know, but
Nerds!
you're down here.
I almost had transcend.
I'm not I'm healing on you.
I see!
Lucio's discorded.
So obviously that isn't your typical Overwatch communication. Obviously that guy was screaming unnecessarily, but again, I'm not trying to point fingers saying, oh, this guy's so annoying, but one thing you have to realize is that I specifically chose those clips because it was overruling, just kind of overshadowing all our callouts, right? We're trying to give callouts saying who needs healing, someone's on the left, someone's on the right, but we just hear constant screaming, just constant yelling, and that's what you don't want to do, even if you're not screaming, just giving unneeded communication, because one thing that a lot of people do is that they over communicate, or they just over talk, right? They're talking about things that aren't even relevant to the game, right? They're just saying, oh, I love this new Torbjorn skin, meanwhile I have 5 HP left, I need healing, but I don't want to be rude, I don't want to just cut this guy off because I need healing, right? So that's the type of stuff that you don't really want to do. Yes, he was screaming, yes, he was kind of, again, I'm not trying to say he was annoying because, you know, he's a kid, he's a younger guy. I mean, I was a kid once too, but it just kind of got me frustrated and annoyed because, okay, for me personally, one thing that I don't really like is loud noises, right? There's only a few things that gives me a headache, and that is drinking coffee in the morning because, well, I'm already energetic, I don't need to drink coffee, and the second thing is loud noises. That's why I don't want to have kids, that's why I don't want to have babies, because they're just going to be screaming and giving me a headache. So that's also another reason what you don't want to do. In fact, just being straight up, just screaming is because, well, it takes you away from the game. You're not really focusing on what's important, and that kind of happened for me, and I'm sure for the other guys in the game chat. Of course, they're not going to be rude. Of course, they're not going to mute him or just say, hey kid, hey, can you shut up, please? Because, well, no, they're not. They don't want to be quote unquote toxic. But again, it kind of takes us away from what we need to do because we're so focused on this person just screaming in our ears. But even just moving away from the gameplay, I do want to focus over polluting because I'm sure this is something that most people kind of encounter, or maybe you do just internally, but you don't realize it. Now, obviously, communication is key, but there is such a thing as talking way too much and over communicating. Now, I should take my own advice because I sometimes find myself kind of over communicating, but I mean well with it. You know, I want to give 5 million callouts, but really I'm just wanting the team to know all the information. But really, you, and including myself, just have to give very simple callouts. If there's a Reaper flanking around, hey, Reaper is flanking around. That's what you just have to say to your team. If you see a Widowmaker on the left side, hey, Widowmaker's on the top left. Or if you just simply need healing, don't use the scroll wheel if your whole entire team is in there. Just say, hey, I need healing, because that's a lot faster than having to go to the actual communication wheel and press I need healing, because once again, it takes you away from the game. Another thing, which I kind of mentioned with the screaming part, if you're just over communicating, it's not only distracting you, but distracting your whole entire team, because now they have to focus on 5 million things. So really give very important callouts, even saying, hey, I have my ultimate, Zarya, are you ready? Or saying, hey guys, I have my resurrection ability, I'm ready to res you, go in there. You know, that's very key information that you want to tell to to your teammates, not saying, hey guys, I'm Mercy, I'm 48% to my resurrection ability, hey guys, I'm Genji, I have 69% to my Dragon Blade, you know, that kind of stuff. It's not too important because it's not going to do anything unless someone asks you, hey Genji, what's your ultimate at? Hey Tracer, when's your pulse bomb at? That's the time that you actually say what your ultimate is at, not trying to give 10 million callouts at once. One last thing that I think more people kind of run into when they go into game chat is kind of toxic behavior and just running into that. And maybe you even experience it, because I've had my games, I'm not always perfect, I had my games where I was kind of tilted, I was a little pissed off and very salty because I was just on this massive losing streak. But the thing that I just kind of remind myself is that it's in the past. Alright, it's over, it's done. Why am I going to go into a new game with new players and make them suffer from a game that they weren't even in? So if you're the type of person that's kind of on tilt every single new game, you know, don't let it bother you. I can't tell you what you need to do or how to act really, but when it comes to that kind of a toxic communication, which you're still in game chat, yes you are giving communications, but maybe you're just like, oh man, of course I would die, man, Mercy's not even healing, man, just leave that out of you might as well not be even in game chat. I even made a video talking about that type of behavior before. You might as well not be in game chat because now you're kind of sending that toxic behavior to other players. That's why they call it toxic, because you infect other players with your negative attitude. So really, I kind of went on a tangent of 3 specific things that you don't want to talk about or just do in game chat, which is screaming, which is over communicating, which is not the worst thing to do, but it's still somewhat bad, and just having this toxic attitude, this negative attitude, which I hate tremendously. And that was just a short little video of what not to do while in game chat. Now, if you want to see an actual tutorial, like actual callouts, then let me know in the comments down below. I figured this is something that not a lot of people kind of really know, because I got most of my callout kind of etiquette from watching other video games, not even just Overwatch, just watching CSGO, watching Call of Duty, just all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see that type of video, then let me know in the comments down below. So I love you guys, thank you guys for watching, more Overwatch videos to come, and bye.